Alright, the next step is your distance. Now we said that 100 yards is where the sight should be set and aimed. Well, at 100 yards you could be way off, 6-8 inches, you'd be shooting forever. So what we're going to do is we start at 50 yards, half the distance. That'll kind of tone down, give you, a closer idea of what to do. We're going to just use a standard little target like this. Now I got this target with one little circle and then another dark circle. Now there's a reason for this. If you look down in the corner here, your sight pictures. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but you line up the exaggeration, the notch in the post, you get it flush, and you can do a 6 o'clock hold is what it's called. So basically you would line them sights up and put it either on this dark circle, or then you have this little red circle. Or you can put it right down here. And that way if you're shooting high, you'll see that way. Now some of these guns may be set up to what is called point of aim. And that is where you would line up the top post, the rear sight, and put it more or less even across here. And right where the top of that post is where the bullet impacts. Where a 6 o'clock hold, the bullet will impact a few inches, an inch or so higher. So you have to determine how the gun is sighted in, or how you want it sighted in, what type of hold you want. So we're going to see how this gun does with two different types of holds and get an idea where it is at 50 yards. Then we can determine if we have to make adjustments in windage or if the elevation is off. I can do windage adjustments today, but elevation on these are fixed posts. You will either have to file it down or you would have to add. Most people are finding they have to make this front sight post taller because the gun shoots way high. So let's just pop a few rounds out and see where we are using this method, using this target, and I'll go over how to kind of get an idea to sight the gun in. Okay, I'm going to put 3 rounds down range. And what I'm going to do is shoot a target like this with a 6 o'clock hold, trying to put it right here at the little red dot. And then we're going to see what we end up with. You got to try to hold the gun as steady as possible. Try to keep aiming in the same place, and then just gently squeeze off on the trigger. Go take a look. Now that's pretty good. The windage, you could say it's kind of right on. We'll stop now. I'm going to shoot 5 more just to see, taking my time, and see where we are with it. Alright, as you can see, this ain't too damn bad at all. I got 2 more in the red. Now this one here, out of the first initial 3, my cameraman / shooting coach told me that I kind of flinched, seen the gun move, so you can go back and see if the barrel jumped. Now the gun's shooting pretty much with a hold right here. Pretty much that's dead on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's drifting a little there. Now this is good enough. You have to have patience, consistency, and concentrate. Your discipline. Trying to aim at the same time, pull on the trigger, that's the key to accuracy more than a gun or anything. Is you got to repeat what you're doing over and over again with consistency. Now we might get a little drift from the heat. I'm going to do a separate video on that where I'm going to take a gun and fire rounds at different targets, and we're going to see how the heat of the barrel, as the gun heats up, how it affects the accuracy, but that's in another video. So right now this gun here shouldn't be messed with. We're going to take this out at 100 yards and we're going to try it and see how this compares. I'm saving this target. I'm going to shoot at something similar, and then we're going to go and assess the 50 yard as per the 100 yard. So we're pretty much right on. I ain't going to mess with the sights or none, so we're pretty happy with this at 50 yards with that gun. Alright, your next step is we're going to try this at 100 yards. Now we did real good with a 6 o'clock hold at 50 yards. We're going to see how much of a difference there is with this gun at 100 yards. So I'm going to pop a few off down at 100. Now again, use the same sight picture, firm platform, hold the gun steady, and very, just draw up on a trigger and let it go easy. That's all you got to do. Basically simple. Through the spine scope. Okay, we're using a bigger target, and this is the reason why. We're shooting real good down there in the 50. I got one in the bowl, one here, and 3 of them up here, high and to the left. The farther the distance, any variation, any movement throws stuff off. So I got one in the bowl, but 3 of them are up here, high and to the left. So I'm going to try that again, try to concentrate a little bit better, and see if I can get that group a little better. And then we'll go look at it. Now we got our first gun we were using, I think either the 42 or the 43. It shot well at 50 yards. This is what we did at 100. When I first started shooting, I was getting up in here, over here, and then as I got more consistent, calmed down, more used to it, I started hitting the bullseye using a 6 o'clock hold about here. Now our other gun